Ashley, I'm a member of EAA 608 here in Scottsbluff, and I'm also a member of the Panhandle Flyers Club we formed about a year ago. Our purpose for inviting you today, Neil Smith would love to be here, but he's suffering on an Alaskan cruise. Timing just didn't work. Normally this was last Saturday in the past. We changed the date this year for a couple of reasons, but it will be this Saturday, June 13th. You've got information there before you as to some of the things that are going on and the times. We've been doing this since about 1998, where we want to bring in community members and their families to come just realize we've got a great asset out here at the airport and that general aviation isn't totally dead. We have pilots from around the area that will fly in if the weather cooperates, and they'll come in and bring their planes and they'll land and tie them down here, park them here, and people can look and enjoy. We have breakfast available, lunch will be available, there'll be different vendors on the field. One of the highlights for the boys and girls are the Young Eagles rides. Any boy or girl between 8 and 18 who's never been up in an airplane will have the opportunity to have some of our members and others from the area that are members of EAA come and fly them on their first airplane ride. Boy, there's lots to see, like Rosie the Riveter here, who is younger than you'd think, because we saw her pictures a long time ago in publications during World War II. But New Creed. Sherry Fisher does a good job of presenting who Rosie the Riveter was, and then we've got Tyler Sandberg here. So we'll let Rosie talk to you a little bit, answer any questions you might have, then we'll have you talk to Tyler about the military plane coming in.
Hi, I'm Sherry Fisher, aka Rosie the Riveter. During World War II, this country couldn't have run itself if it wasn't for the women, because all the men and the boys went overseas to fight. We did everything from building ships, tanks, ordnance, building airplanes.
I'm Tyler Sandberg. I'm a captain of the Nebraska Air National Guard. But one of the great things about the Air National Guard and the National Guard in general is that I'm just a traditional guardsman. So one weekend a month, essentially, I'm a KC-135 pilot, but most of the time I live here in Gearing and work at Sandberg Implement. So we can have the best of both worlds. And we're really excited to get to come out next week with the KC-135. It's a rare opportunity for us to get the chance to bring that airplane that represents the entire state of Nebraska out here to the Panhandle. And so I was thrilled to get the chance to do that this year. We not only do missions around the local area training in Nebraska, but we're constantly providing that refueling capability to the regular Air Force. And in addition to that, provide a lot of assets to the state of Nebraska and at the arm of the governor. As a result of that, we've got several support organizations that do civil engineering, that do disaster relief, lots of other things the Nebraska Air National Guard does. But being so geographically separated from out here in the Panhandle, a lot of people maybe don't have a chance to see that, and hopefully we can get a chance to at least bring the iron out here and show everybody the KC-135.
There'll be several things taking place Saturday. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, runs till 1 o'clock. Again, we have breakfast available, we have lunch available, different vendors will be here making those things so people can just enjoy breakfast or lunch. One of the highlights, as I said, will be the Young Eagles rides for boys and girls age 8 to 18. I would encourage families to get themselves here early, get their young person on the list because we can only fly so many, depends how many planes we have and how the day goes. But get them on the list for that. 7 to 17 years old, We'll have a banner pulling plane from Colorado. He'll be hitching banners here and flying them over the Scottsbluff Gearing area for different businesses in the community. And when he takes them off and drops them back off, it's quite a sight to see, something to enjoy. The pilots flying in, we're spreading word. We're having a spot landing contest to see who can land closest to a specific spot out on the runway, and we have a trophy and some prizes for the first few that do real well with hitting that spot. Tyler will be here with the KC-135. We have Runza Restaurants is sponsoring a P-51, which is another World War II vintage reality that'll be here along with Rosie. we're encouraging our pilots here on the field to pull their planes out and park them so people can walk around and look and just be amazed at the wonder of aviation and general aviation. We'll also talk to anybody who wants to talk about Panhandle Flyers, our flying club, and the possibilities to learn to fly or get back in the air flying or have an affordable way, much more affordable way to fly, and that's available here on the field.
We'll also have the K9 units come out here. We have the State Patrol bringing out their dog. We have the Sheriff's Department. We have each department, Scottsbluff and Gearing, going to bring theirs out. We've also invited the, I believe it's High Plains Card Club to come out and show their cars. We're also going to have the bomb squad out here with their little robot. So it's a jam-packed day. Please come out, have some fun. The weather's supposed to be beautiful. Come on down.
No matter what airplane or how big of an airplane, if you're flying a 747 or if you're flying something small as a professional pilot, you start at an airport like this, the General Aviation Airport. And it starts with a desire to want to learn to fly. And I have a very neat photograph of a KC-135, the Nebraska Air National Guard, here on the ramp at Scottsbluff, and I'm standing there with my brother and the crew. And certainly that inspired me to want to do that and to learn to fly. So if we can get young people here to take a look at the opportunities in aviation, to get a chance, if they might not otherwise have had that chance, to get up and take a ride in an airplane, then the more the merrier. That's fantastic.